guys, how are you today? I hope you're fantastic wherever you are. Today I am making a low carb berry jam. Now this is a beautiful recipe. I've made it a few times. We've used it in scrolls, we've used it on scones, so many recipes, and it's 2 ingredients, which makes it super simple as well. It's using a special sugar called monk fruit, which is a low carb sugar. So let me introduce you to this recipe now. I'm actually going to make half of it today. I'm not making a full batch, mainly because I'm nearly out of my sugar, but also we don't use it that often to warrant having a full jar of this stuff. So I'm going to teach you today as well how to make a portion of rather than make the whole thing. So let's straight away start cooking. You'll see it's in ounces. Don't let that stop you making a recipe. So it's in ounces because it's from the US, and the US do it in the pounds and ounces. But with the Thermomix, it's really easy. A couple of ways we can work it out. So we would multiply it by 3 and add a 0 is the most easiest way to do it. So in that case, we're looking at 480 grams approximately of frozen berries is how much would go into that if we're doing the full amount. I'm doing half though, so I'm looking at the 8 ounces. So 8 times 3 is 24 plus a 0, so 240 grams is approximately, if you're trying to work out how much berries do I need to buy. Okay, so let's put in our 8 ounces. That's what I'm aiming for with a half batch. This is just a mix. Just way too much. Don't you hate it when a big clump pulls out at you? So I just want to make, there we go, a half batch today, as I mentioned. Alright, so next up then, I'm going to click on next. 8 ounces of monk fruit sweetener. So I'm going to make 4 ounces worth. Again, you could go 4, 8, 12, 120 grams. So this is the monk fruit sweetener. It comes out of Coles and Woolies normally. You can buy it. But yeah, you'll just find it Coles and Woolies. I was going to say you can use straight raw sugar swap. I don't know that you can. This stuff has a way of crystallizing, which I think is going to thicken it. I'm not sure raw sugar does exactly the same. Alright, there is my monk fruit sweetener in. And now it's as simple as putting the lid on top, putting your simmering basket on top, but I'm going to change that a bit today. I'm actually going to use, if I can find my splash guard in here. Don't know if it's in here or not. So we're putting something on top to stop the splatter coming out the back, out the back of the car. Wrong thing, I'm not in a car today. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this on. Oh, here we go, look at that. This will let that humidity out and let it thicken down without splattering on my bench and making a really big mess everywhere, which is what will happen if I forgot. Now it's got 30 minutes, it's got 190 degrees Fahrenheit, so approximately that's 100 Celsius, and then we're just turning the speed dial to speed 1. Now I don't need to cook it for 30 minutes because, I'm just going to talk to you for a second before I put that on. I don't need to cook it for a full 30 minutes because we're doing a half batch. We can do it for 3/4 time, so I'm actually going to bring that down to about 23 minutes or so, and that will be long enough to cook that off, caramelize down or dissolve down that sugar and make a perfect jam. So I'll come back and I'll show you putting this into the jar at the end, but this is as simple as making a low carb jam is in your Thermomix. So I do hope you'll give it a go. Please comment as you do give it a go. If you're watching the replay, please say hi. By all means, like and subscribe so that you get the updates daily of the recipes I'm adding to the platform for your recipe libraries, so that you can just go back and find things and cook along to them, and make sure you're feeling confident with your Thermomix so that you can get the very most out of it. Anyway guys, reach out if I can help in any way, but I will show you the final product in 23 minutes. We'll see you soon. Okay guys, the smell in here is absolutely amazing. And he's just finishing this cook-off, and I reduced the time, remember, because I've made half a batch. Let's take our splash guard off the top and put that out the way. Oh my goodness, it smells and looks absolutely amazing. Clicking on next, transfer to a sterilized jar, and allow to cool before storing in the refrigerator. So I'll just put this out the way so you guys can see. There's my jar. So I can see, okay, I used a mixed berry mix in there, so there's actually some really big strawberries. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So what I'm actually going to do before I put this aside, I'm actually going to just change that texture a bit. It'd be different if I just use strawberries or raspberries or something like that. But there's some big berries in there, so I'm just going to give it a second to come up to speed and get rid of those berries, okay? I reckon that's probably enough. It wasn't even at speed yet. You could hear it goes up slowly. That's an override so that you don't have big chunks in there that want to knock the Thermomix around. Oh, I'm looking forward to making a strawberry milkshake with the leftovers in here shortly. All right, let me show you this beautiful mix now. Watch it go in. So I've left a bit of texture to it. You can see there's texture in there. Now that has made a 300ml jar perfectly. That is my 300ml jar, and there's the tiniest left over in there, which will be perfect with a bit of milk to make a milkshake. So there you go, there you have it. That is low carb jam in your Thermomix. It doesn't get much easier than that, guys. So I hope that you're encouraged to, I hope I've encouraged you to have a go at making jam in your Thermomix. Couple of ingredients, and it's so incredibly simple. There are ones that don't use the low carb sugar, that just use normal raw sugar. Give them a go. See what you think. One less thing to put in your shopping trolley, and real ingredients. You know exactly what they are, so it can't get better than that. Now reach out if I can help you in any way with the Thermomix, whether it's talking about the current Thermomix you've got and how the recipes are going or something like that, or whether it's about inquiring about getting one of your own. I'm here to support you to get the very most out of your Thermomix, so please reach out if I can help, but otherwise we'll see you next time. Bye for now.